Have you ever tried helping someone only to realize your efforts didn't succeed because they weren't ready to help themselves? Despite being a kind and compassionate person, aiming to make a positive impact, your good intentions may not suffice for those entrenched in their own issues. In this exploration, we'll uncover 9 types of individuals resistant to help, whether due to stubbornness, defensiveness, or ingratitude. This knowledge can prevent you from expending energy on those unwilling to change. Stay tuned until the end, as the last type is not only challenging to identify, but might make you reevaluate your entire approach to aiding others. Prepare for some enlightening insights. Type 1. Peoples who don't prepare for the future. Witnessing someone close neglect their talents is like seeing a book remain closed, its potential stories left untold. Despite possessing chapters of potential, they remain on the shelf, indifferent to time slipping away. A delicate balance between living in the present and nurturing dreams for tomorrow. While seizing the moment is crucial, shaping future aspirations requires action today. The future relies on current efforts. Unleashing natural talents brings joy and guides skills toward a brighter future. The challenge lies not in a lack of tools, but in charting steps to construct their future. A metaphorical green thumb hesitating to plant a garden. Often, a gentle nudge to take the first step is all they need, as Marcus Aurelius wisely advised. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Without direction, anxiety sets in, robbing the joy of the present and the promise of the future. Inspiring them means challenging their stagnation, as it hinders the progress they could otherwise embrace. Type 2. Peoples who always blame others for their problems. Supporting someone who habitually shifts blame onto others for their challenges poses a formidable task. They seldom admit their own errors, convinced of their perpetual correctness. It's as though they wear blinders, overlooking the fundamental truth that our lives are shaped not only by what happens to us, but also by how we choose to respond. Without mastery over our reactions, we resemble a ship without a rudder, adrift in a sea of confusion. Our true dominion lies in our response to life's events. As a sagacious Stoic once noted, remember, no one's perfect, but growth requires acknowledging our own flaws. Imagine a sports player attributing every missed shot to the wind and neglecting practice. Improvement only begins when they cease blaming the breeze and actively enhance their skills. The journey of self-improvement commences with introspection. Life imparts its most valuable lessons through adversity. For those who eschew self-reflection, life becomes the instructor. They might fault the world for its coldness or accuse the boss of favoritism. But the transformative moment arrives when they turn the spotlight inward, initiating a shift in their destiny. Type 3. Peoples who concentrate on the downsides of life. Faced with life's challenges, some individuals find themselves trapped in a cycle of perpetual discontent. Their conversations revolve around constant problems, money issues, family conflicts, and work frustrations. Despite your efforts to help, it's like pouring water into a sieve. There's wisdom in the Stoic saying, "He who laughs at the human race deserves better than he who mourns for it." Dwelling on the dark can blind us to the light, much like listening to an out-of-tune song that disrupts your rhythm. Tuning someone else's instrument while neglecting your own harmony may be futile. Some may not seek change, just an audience. The more you complain, the less you obtain, holds true. Direct your efforts toward those who see your support as a gift, not those who perceive life's glass as perpetually half empty. Time might guide them to celebrate what's in their cup rather than lamenting what's not. Type 4. The Opportunist Empathy, a beautiful aspect of human connection, allows us to share in others' experiences without judgment. Unfortunately, some exploit this generosity by posing as friends, seeking favors they could handle independently. Beware of those who manipulate, praising your friendship initially but making you feel guilty for any hesitation. Differentiate between genuine need and manipulation by observing patterns. If someone consistently presents minor emergencies or issues they could resolve, it's crucial to avoid being taken for granted. Prioritize self-respect over misplaced guilt, and remember that true kindness involves maintaining boundaries. Listen, observe, and let your actions reflect genuine compassion, not exploitation. Sometimes, saying no is the kindest choice for both yourself and others. Type 5. Egocentric Peoples. Interacting with someone consistently focused on themselves can prove challenging. Picture sharing excitement about a weekend trip, only to be met with complaints about their lack of travel. It can dampen your enthusiasm as they redirect attention to themselves, disregarding your news and feelings. Supporting someone absorbed in their world can be draining. While you can encourage change, remember the saying, "You cannot change a person who doesn't see an issue in their actions." Stepping back from negativity is crucial for personal growth. Stoics advise listening twice as much as speaking. Amid those who only hear their own voice, distancing yourself can be a bold move, creating a space for your voice to be truly heard. Type 6. Self-entitled people. Some individuals navigate life with the conviction that it owes them favors merely for their presence. They adopt the idea that their existence deserves special treatment. However, life doesn't bend to our whims, and as Stoic philosophy suggests, we shouldn't spoil what we have by desiring what we don't. True balance lies in mutual respect, understanding that accolades should be the fruits of our labor, not expected gifts. Guiding those with generous hearts toward a grounded perspective is challenging. Their well-intentioned advice is often met with resistance or perceived as a threat. Imagine someone who believes their charm should open doors for them. Faced with generosity, they might take without giving back, leaving their benefactor feeling used. The lesson often goes unlearned until they encounter someone reflecting their own behavior. Life's setbacks can hit hard, and some expect the spotlight of sympathy, playing the victim and twisting the narrative to their benefit. Even those who have previously lent a hand may find fortune falling heavily on those who expect everything. A twist on Stoic wisdom rings true. It's often not until they stand alone, facing the echo of their actions, that the realization dawns. Respect and empathy are earned, not owed. Type 7. Peoples who refuse to acknowledge their errors. A common saying compares a person unwilling to admit mistakes to a captain navigating a ship without a compass. This analogy is particularly poignant for those who evade acknowledging their faults, often deflecting blame elsewhere and remaining oblivious to the consequences of their actions. In alignment with Stoic wisdom, the absence of introspection and humility becomes a barrier to personal growth, turning the journey uphill. Imagine someone habitually finding excuses, attributing a missed job interview not to poor time management, but to a tardy bus. Such individuals seldom reflect on the repercussions of their choices. It's always someone else's predicament, never their own. Trying to enlighten them becomes a thankless task, akin to teaching a cat to swim against its nature. Perhaps futile. They inhabit a realm where accountability excludes them. When things go awry, it's not due to a flawed decision, but the machinations of fate. The sobering reality may necessitate distancing oneself from those entrenched in self-justification. Following Stoic principles, focusing on controlling one's actions and reactions becomes paramount. Regrettably, attempting to assist someone resistant to acknowledging the truth often results in being entangled in their storm. It proves healthier to withdraw, preventing their negativity from pulling you down. Type 8. Peoples who craft their own illusions. Some people construct their own stories about their identity and the world around them, holding onto these narratives so firmly that they become oblivious to the truth. The wisdom of the Stoics, who were profound thinkers from the past, discourages such self-deception. They encourage facing oneself with honesty, recognizing both strengths and weaknesses. According to them, hiding behind fabricated stories is like neglecting a hole in your roof and then wondering why your couch is getting wet. Consider someone who consistently claims victory, even in the face of defeat. While not intentionally deceptive, they struggle to acknowledge their losses. Helping such individuals is challenging due to the formidable walls they've built in their minds. The Stoics advise that our mental anguish often stems more from imagination than reality, underscoring the importance of viewing things objectively rather than through emotionally tinted lenses. Type 9. Peoples who are unwilling to learn or embrace change. Change can be challenging, as exemplified by Tom, the colleague wedded to familiar methods despite more efficient tools available. Despite suggestions for a different approach, Tom clings to his routine, akin to coaxing a cat into swimming. Some resist change. The Stoics' notion, he who is content with what has been done, is an obstacle in the path of progress, resonates here. It underscores that progress often demands stepping out of one's comfort zone. If you encounter a Tom, remember, change is a personal journey. For those resistant, it often arises from within. Like planting a seed, we can't force growth. We can only set an example and let nature take its course. Fellow Stoic, if this resonates, reflect on it. Support the channel by liking and subscribing. Share your thoughts in the comments. According to Marcus Aurelius, the universe has a plan. Learn to follow it through the wisdom of the Stoics. Watch the video to sharpen your mind and embrace Stoic principles for a resilient life. Stay tuned for more Stoic wisdom in the next video.